However, I want to end with one other positive story, which we've already mentioned, of Felix. What happened with Felix this year, Andrea?
He graduated.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
So Felix Ngole, who'd been originally thrown off his course in order to become a social worker at Sheffield University. Again, another long battle where in the end he was vindicated. He was thrown off the course because he posted the truth about marriage in a Facebook discussion. He was taken off the course. Ultimately, it was found at Court of Appeal level. Well, if you take Felix off the course, then you're going to have to take Mother Teresa off the course. I'm sort of shorthanding all of that, but read because Felix is essentially expounding biblical truth. He's expounding the biblical position. The best thing of all is that they also found that Felix was never found to have discriminated against anybody. Know why? Because again, anybody that knows Felix and anybody that knows his wonderful wife, Pepsi, will know that they are full of the love of Jesus, that anyone that they work with and all the people that Felix has cared for have nothing but the utmost respect and love for him. A bit like when I speak of any patient of Dermot's, Dermot Kearney, nothing but utmost love and respect for them. And the best thing of all was to see Felix walk that stage and fall on his face in thankfulness to God in front of the chancellor of Sheffield University, in front of all the graduands who were graduating with him. He was giving glory to God. Well, that's Felix Ngole. What a man. He's actually changed. I mean, in terms of academic freedom. This is all about the big picture of academic freedom. You cannot have a viewpoint discrimination. If you post something and the academies don't like it, well, we're fighting back on this. And this Felix's case is really important on that score. So say with Worcester College, when they tried to shut us out and we got the win on that, it's all about the doors have to stay open for those of us that believe.
And Felix's case was lost. Was it lost at the High Court, and then it was overturned at the Court of Appeal? Yeah.
Yes.
So one of the Court of Appeal is one of the highest courts in the country.
Absolutely, binding precedent. Yes. And
so and I see it quoted in lots of our other cases and many other cases in other areas. So really important.
Christian and honesty, Paul. It is our cases across, this, well over a decade now are writing legal history. And every one of them is about standing for truth. Every one of them is about contending for truth. We are standing in the gap to keep the light of Christ shining in this nation. And so if you look at employment law and freedom laws, freedom of conscience, freedom of religion, our cases are all over. They're all over the place. They are the leading cases. Well, I thank God for that. What an honor. What an honor. Who could ever have imagined it? And there's a sense in which it is only God. What was required of us was to stand. It was to stand. Where there was injustice, where they wanted us to be silent, where they wanted us not to contend, we stood. We stood to proclaim his name. We stood with the people who were prepared to take the risk for his name, who were prepared to lose their jobs, who were prepared to be arrested. We stood with them. We stood with them because we love Jesus. They love Jesus. We love them. And we don't want the lights in this nation to go out. We don't want freedoms to be dimmed. We know that with Jesus, with Christ, with Christian freedoms, with Christian truth comes freedom, true toleration, a true understanding of human identity, a true compassion, a true kindness, a true answer, a true hope. And that is, of course, the meaning of the season, which we will jingle about. But of course, We will jingle about it, but it's a massive jingle. It's the kind of, it's that Jesus is the hope for each one of us. But we can't shrink Jesus to personal faith, which we kind of put on and off like a jingle jumper. No. Jesus is Lord of everything, Lord of the workplace, Lord of our families, Lord of our communities, Lord of our nation. And that's what Christian Concern is all about.
Absolutely.
May the Lord grant us more years.